Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, baby. Yay.
People are gonna hate how cute we are.
Yay!
Hi neighbor, my name is Hannah and welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me. This is my boyfriend. My channel is about fashion, makeup, and life in general, which is why I'm doing something with him today. I upload 3 times a week. If you like this video, I hope that you subscribe to my channel and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood. Specifically, today is me and my boyfriend's 2-year anniversary.
Yay!
It's our 2-year anniversary since the day we started talking. This is the 8th, and then on the 12th is our 2-year anniversary of our first date. So we kind of consider both of those days to be our anniversary days. As a way to introduce you all to him, we're gonna do a little boyfriend tag. This tag has like 30 questions. I got this list from like Google. It was just an image that somebody had taken. You stickle it before. I'll show you the picture of questions that I'm using for this boyfriend tag. Feel free to use it yourselves. And we're both gonna answer these questions, I think. I think it would be weird if it was, I'm not like testing him and be like, you better know these answers. That's like not what I wanna do. Number 1 is, where did we first meet?
It was at my restaurant. I was serving her for more than a few weeks as I kind of started to like her. And eventually I wrote something on one of her to-go containers for her order. And that was on May 8th, I believe.
Yeah.
Of 2018.
He is currently still at the same restaurant. Now he's the manager, right next to where I used to work. And I would go in every, like at least a couple times a week. I didn't always see him because he was the cook. He was like back behind other people, but I was starting to notice him and starting to think he was cute and stuff. And then I got takeout one day, and my takeout container top, which I still have it. Oh, it might be in the, hi Dixie. Yeah, so Dixie's joining us. I found the takeout lid and it says, text me if you ever want to chat, smiley face. If not, that's cool too. And it has his phone number, which I will blur out. Or wait, no, this is not your phone number anymore, is it?
No, anybody can call that.
So anybody can call that number.
That's just a number, it's okay.
It's not us. I just thought that was really sweet and like a really nice way to, no pressure, start talking to me. And then we started chatting. Thanks. Where was our first date? Was number 2.
It was all around my hometown, exploration of the place that you were new to living in, because she had just moved to the area within the last few months anyway.
And I'd never been to his town before.
We went out to dinner, we went for a walk, we sat in the car, we talked about plays and books and all the things we've done or we're doing with our life, and went to an apple wine brewery. I played what's the name of the game?
Munchkin.
Is it Munchkin? We played Munchkin there.
We started trying to play. I like barely remembered how to play.
Kinda funky,
and it's the kind of game that is, if you barely know how to play, you cannot figure it out and you cannot teach somebody else, which is what I was trying to do, and it didn't work.
I was fine with it, but it had no logical ending if we couldn't figure it out that night.
Yeah. What was your first impression of me? And we can switch off on this one.
Oh, she was a pretty lady, of course. And I thought she was intimidating, but not intimidating in a scary way. Intimidating in her prettiness. And she was, it seemed excited enough to talk to me when she came in. And I was pretty new to my job, so I was getting used to all the regulars. And then over time, I realized there was potentially a lady who I might want to talk to among those regulars who would also want to talk to me.
My first impression of him was that he was the best cook. There was him and Brian. I always noticed like a difference when he would cook my food. It would just always be better. So I always wanted you to be the one cooking my food. The biggest first impression moment was the takeout container for me. I knew him in passing before that, but that really showed me like his personality and his heart, that he was so like nice and polite and kind about the way that he asked me out, and that like meant a lot to me and made me want to say yes. Or at least he didn't technically ask me out then, but asking me to talk. And I said yes because he asked so nicely.
Did he ask to dress me?
I did! The dress named Elle, my boyfriend. Number 4. When did you meet the family?
I remember the first time I went to your family's place. I think you were living there for a little bit.
When I was between jobs at one point.
But I went, and it was fun, and we had a nice time. I came and everybody was home, so I met everybody besides her older brother, and we all had a nice time. I don't remember what we did, but I think we talked about tiny houses and the hills that this town that she's from was built on. Her dad told me about. I think we went out to his garage. It was a very American meeting the family sort of thing. It wasn't bad at all. It was pretty low pressure, whatever happened. I think it was just mellow, and that's why I don't remember the whole night. I remember when you met my mom and Dixie at the same time.
So tell me, because I don't remember.
I just had you over to sleep over. It was the Saturday after our first date. You said, and I mean sleep, which I was fine with anyway. But that was the night that you came over and my mom wanted to meet you, and then Dixie came up, so you were fawning over her, and my mom, she didn't know anything about you. All she knew was that she was trying to say hi to you and you were very excited about Dixie, so she actually got like mad for a second. It wasn't at you, like literally, I think it was, it was like the next day she was fine, but for a minute she walked away and she didn't want to come out for the rest of the night. And
I didn't know.
I was like, she literally just got excited about Dixie, and I'm pretty sure I was like, do you absolutely need her to say hi to you within the first 5 seconds of her coming in? I had a little bit of a thing with my mom, sorry. But she was fine. She loves you. She talks to you more than me.
Oh, yeah. Me and his mom are pals.
I don't even think she would remember that at all, but at the night of, I was quite disturbed. But I think the next day you did talk to her, and you guys had fun, and by within the next week or two, we were having dinner and stuff.
Yeah, his mom is cool. So, answering about me, do I have any weird obsessions? If so, what? And then I guess I can answer about you.
I mean, not weird obsessions. You watch a lot of YouTube drama, and that's about the only topic that you're really into. That it might be inordinate compared to other topics, but only because it's specific. What about?
Yeah, I don't know if you have any weird obsessions. He's the one in the house who's the cleanest. Just more attentive than I am to, he'll look around the kitchen and be like, this place is dirty, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I guess it is, huh? And it just won't occur to me to look and assess the state of a place and clean it. But that's not weird, that's responsible.
Well, I can't chill out until I've done everything.
That's number 5 out of 30. Oh, this is easy. 6, how long have we been together?
2!
2 years!
2 of them! 2 of them!
7.
Dixie, can't.
Do we have a tradition with our GF/BF? We love each other.
Sure. I don't know. We haven't. I'm not.
Do we have like any holiday traditions? I feel like we do. Oh, in Christmas time we go through the park with the lights.
That's true. We have done that 2 years in a row now. There's a very impressive light show near our place.
My family's house.
We've done that, 2 times.
That's probably the most tradition.
We've been busy the whole time we've been together, so I don't within the first 6 months of dating, I was starting to work 55 to 60 hours a week, and she was working often jobs that were at night, where my job's mostly during the day. So it's not like we haven't seen each other, but it's not like we always have Saturdays to have a Saturday tradition. We had Sundays for a while, and we went to church and then went to the arcade in the afternoon.
Yeah,
you could call that a tradition that went on.
That was 2 summers ago.
That we discovered the arcade?
Yeah, it was 2 summers ago.
Oh no, it was!
Yeah, it's crazy.
The time goes by too fast.
That's a whole other video, me describing the story of my life and why the past 2 years have been crazy, and the only thing keeping me sane has been this guy. I love you.
I wish I could show this. Right.
See.
Wee!
That looks pretty good. The lights in the park is kind of the only Christmas tradition that's our tradition that we made, that we go together, and that's our thing, instead of it being our family's thing that we're participating in. What was our first road trip? New Hampshire, I think.
Yeah, we went to New Hampshire. just a few months ago for a long-needed vacation.
I told an extended story about that in a past video. I will link it above so that you can see it. It was January in New Hampshire in the year 2020. We both just wanted to get away and explore someplace new, and we ended up getting super duper sick. He has a theory that it was an early case of COVID-19.
I don't know,
I'm not sure.
It was something for sure. It was either like a killer cold, like an adenovirus,
yeah,
or
which
it
was also
COVID.
going around our area at that time. The only reason that I think that it wasn't COVID-19 is just because partway through our trip I had an event that I needed to attend, so we went from New Hampshire to my mom's house, spent the night there so that I could attend the event. We were at my mom's house for a while and he was sick. If there were germs to be left, he left them there. And then we went back to New Hampshire and we finished our vacation. My mom never got sick from all the germs. She did end up getting COVID-19 in like April. And she's fine, by the way. I didn't actually say that in the video, but she's fine. She recovered, she's good. But back during our vacation, we made that pit stop at her house and he was coughing and sneezing and germing all over the place, but she didn't catch whatever he had. And if it was COVID-19, I feel like it's such a contagious virus that she would have caught it then. So it made me think that it's more of that super cold that was going around.
It was bad. All that to say, that was a road trip that was supposed to be a pretty like
the first vacation.
a pretty active New Hampshire like skiing and like going all around sort of
so many
vacation.
plans.
But that was probably one of the sickest times I've ever had, and
then I got it too, but not as bad. But
I remember one day I decided to go to Taco Bell, and I drove like 15 miles into a neighboring town. While I was driving, I was like, this is as far out as we've gone, or as I've gone since we got to the house we were staying at.
To go get Taco Bell.
It was a weird trip.
I'll link you to that prior video so that you can go see a retelling of the whole story. We pretty much already told it, but... Number 9. What was the first thing you noticed about me?
Your eyes.
Yeah.
Eyes and smile, baby. That's the units of currency when you're dealing with customers. That was like the main thing that drew me, as well as your, just general vibe of positivity.
Aw. The first thing I noticed about you was that you're a good cook. Then appearance-wise is your eyes too, because you got big bright eyes. Because you're cute. And yes. Number 10, what is my favorite restaurant? And then I'll answer it about you.
Christina's, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. We like different restaurants depending on what it is that we're going for. I know you enjoy Sugar Factory.
Yeah.
But that's a different thing than breakfast, which is what we normally get as breakfast. Mm-hmm. So it probably Christina's, which is our hometown breakfast place that we enjoy. I wonder if you could see her head tilted up.
Dixie's giving me the most sentimental, serene look.
Hello,
I love you. Sorry, I forgot to do your favorite restaurant.
Probably the same too.
Wait, no, I want to try to answer.
Oh.
It's a test. It's a quiz. Do we actually know each other? If I was gonna order you food, it would depend on the mood you're in.
Take me to a lobster in the rough kind of place in the summer.
He grew up on the coast and I didn't, so he likes all of these seafood things that I just don't. What are the steamers? I don't like clams and oysters.
Gotta de-shell it, eat the stomach and the neck.
I don't like, they're all mushy and slippery.
Sometimes there's sand in the stomach still a little bit. I don't have a favorite restaurant. I like many restaurants. I don't even go to many because I work at one.
Five Guys.
Oh, that's Five Guys. Yeah.
Five Guys is
yeah.
Number 11. What do we argue about the most?
Cleaning, I guess.
Probably, and it's not even an argument.
That's about it. And I get, on any given day, I might have a complex sequence of plans that I never speak aloud, and sometimes you might be like, you want to do something? And I'm like, but I don't think to explain that sequence, so that's not even an argument, but it's an example of how sometimes there's a miscommunication, but it's only because I don't have any clue how to communicate. And it's not your fault because you communicate well. So still not even an argument is the cleaning.
Yeah.
It never rises to the level of argument.
Basically, he'll start cleaning something and then I'll feel bad and I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry that I didn't do that thing and now you're doing it. It doesn't occur to me the way that it occurs to him, ADD.
It just is way more comfortable when it feels like the house is fully stocked and fully ready to just be lived in.
Number 12, a question I love. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Neither of us, babe.
Right, I don't think so either.
Okay, I thought you were about to. I thought you had an idea because you giggled a little when you said it.
No, I think it's a silly question. We're both like pretty accommodating people, so there's very little of either of us telling each other what to do.
I think we both wear pants.
Yeah!
We're a four-legged pants-wearing
Yeah.
man
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Number 13. If I am watching TV, what am I watching? And then I'll switch to you.
It's a contest show, no matter what it is. So it's baking or it's blacksmithery, which I like that one too.
That's a good one.
Or it's fighting with knives.
Forged in fire and forged in fire, knife for death.
Or it's YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube stuff about YouTube stuff.
Yeah. You are watching Adventure Time or educational, historical, or nature-related documentaries. I don't know, recently it's been a good amount of like Egypt
lot of Egyptian
excavation
stuff, yeah.
recently. Before this trend, we were in a lot of like outer space, yeah, just like informational science / nature / animals.
We have a lot of DVD collections. Or a few, like we have Avatar and SpongeBob and King of the Hill.
Dixie has abandoned us. She has had to go adventure into a cabinet. What is one food that I do not like?
Steamers.
Steamers.
First of all, there are foods you don't like in theory, but she tries most things that
I
that I
can
give
think of
you.
one that you've had recently.
What? You don't like tuna?
I only like it in like salads, like in macaroni salad, but I don't like how you have it like just tuna.
Just to be clear as to what she means by salad, I think she means a tuna casserole is what you like.
It's more along the lines of a casserole, yeah.
Tuna
But there's
salad,
also a cold version of it that we have.
when you said that I just like tuna, that makes it sound like I just emptied the can onto a plate. Where I actually, the last time I made it, it was tuna, celery, apples, onions, sriracha, mayonnaise, salt, pepper. I mean, it was
I'm used to having it like
bit of
that, but
ginger
like
in there.
with noodles and like so like in there with it. And then a food that you don't like. You like a lot of foods.
I just thought of one immediately that
Yeah.
it's not.
I can tell it's on your face.
It's a
that
food
I
on its own for you, but it's not a food on its own for most people.
What does that mean?
I've seen you have it on its own, but usually it's more of a dip, should I say, for most people.
Oh, spinach artichoke dip. He does not like it.
I've tried,
I don't
it's
just
grody,
eat it.
man.
I dip stuff in it. Yes. What's next? What drink do I order when we go out to eat?
Mountain Dew, usually,
Yeah.
if we can get it. Otherwise, you might get a Diet Coke.
And you order root beer.
I order root beer. I try to get water first,
Yeah,
but
we
if
both
it's
always get water.
especially if it's a pizza place, I'm always looking for root beer when I get pizza.
What size shoe do I wear?
10.5.
Pretty much.
Wide?
Yes. I wear a
10?
10 wide. Yes. Or 10 and a half. 10, 10 and a half, 10 wide is my territory. So good job, because that's an obscure kind of fact. He is a men's size 12.
Sorry.
Cool. Now we're on to what is my favorite kind of sandwich?
Grilled cheese.
Yeah. That's basically the only kind I can have. And then your favorite kind of sandwich? You make a lot of spamwiches.
I've been having sandwiches lately. I like all different sandwiches. I have a lot of egg sandwiches at my job. I make
Yeah.
a lot of funky ones.
He's a sandwich man.
I like steak and cheese. I like all sorts of sandwiches because that's what I work with.
Do you have a favorite?
Sorry.
What is one talent I have?
Singing!
Thanks!
You sing nice.
You're good at cooking and writing. He's a writer. He's a really good writer. And you're a good singer. When he actually does sing for real, it's very nice to listen to. What would I eat every day if I could?
Sausage, because you do. The sausages and eggs.
One of the real advantages of keto is I get to eat sausage. If we included non-keto things.
Ice cream and probably pan pizza.
Pan pizza's so good. And what would you eat every day if you could? Panera mac and cheese in a bread bowl.
I do like that, but that's a sometimes thing.
It's a sometimes food. What is my favorite cereal?
Captain Crunch, but the off-brand one, the Fruity Dino Bites.
Oh, it's so close because you mixed two of them. That's Fruity Dino Bites is the off-brand for
I'm sorry,
Fruity
yeah,
Pebbles,
right,
which
right.
I do. In my head, I was torn between the two. I love Malto Meal, Cocoa Dino Bites, and Fruity Dino Bites because they're a crunchier crunch
Better.
instead of Cocoa Pebbles and
Makes
Fruity
me wanna have
Pebbles.
those around.
And then Captain Crunch. I like the yellow squares more than I like the berries. So like I'll have crunch berries, but I'm more excited about just like plain Captain Crunch. I mean, it's not something that I eat anymore because I'm keto, but I have cheat days. Your favorite cereal, I mean, based on what you've been eating recently, is like Cheerios.
I was just gonna say, same as yours.
Oh, it's Captain Crunch?
Well, Fruity Pebbles are probably my favorite. Captain Crunch
Oh,
is probably my
right.
second favorite, and then the
Yeah.
cereals that I get are usually the better.
Oh, Dixie. Oh, Dixie.
The cereals I've been eating lately are just a good substitute
Right.
for much better cereals. But yeah.
At least we both have the same favorite cereal.
At
Yay.
least we have that.
What is my favorite music?
I mean, stuff from musicals, I feel like, is usually the top stuff you sing. We don't listen to it.
Yeah, we're not, yeah.
I listen to music. Usually, if there's music in the house, it's whatever I put on.
Yeah, if I'm playing
Carbon
stuff.
Fiber. I know you like them.
Carbon Leaf.
Carbon Leaf, and I know you
Yeah.
like sing songs that are songs that everybody has heard, and
Pop.
Sweet Caroline. I bet I could. I
No.
can totally imagine you just in another room being like, Sweet Caroline.
Bum,
Bum, bum.
But that's all I know about that song is just those words.
I'll just hear snippets of songs, but I never hear you like listening to like Bach or anything.
Right. Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of music. If I'm listening to something, I'm listening to YouTube videos most of the time. He'll actually listen to music, especially like you've taught me a lot about punk and metal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different genres of metal you've taught me all about. Jeez, something that neither of us can relate to. What is my favorite sports team?
I don't know. You don't even talk.
Yeah, we don't really watch sports. I'm from a Yankees and Syracuse family, so by default, that's what I default to. Do you?
No.
No opinion. That's fine. What is my eye color? As
Hazel?
if we're not looking at each other right now. Yeah,
Hazel?
Hazel. Both of us have hazel eyes. Who is my best friend?
Probably me at the moment.
Yeah.
You too. Wow.
Hey, thanks. You're my best friend. This is a drama leading question. What is something you do that I wish you didn't do?
Say sorry all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's something I do that you wish I didn't do is probably be messy.
It's okay.
Oh, messy.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
We have 5 more freaking questions. Okay.
Ah!
These are weird. They're in a weird order, too. Where am I from?
New York. You were born there.
Yeah, I was born in upstate New York.
So that's what I would actually say. I could say where I was born.
But he's born in Minnesota. But that's not at all close to where we
We're
live.
just on the east now.
What kind of cake would you bake me on my birthday?
Chocolate cake? Like a death by chocolate sort of thing? I know you like chocolate.
I would like a trifle. I
Oh,
think trifles
okay.
are great. Which is not exactly the same
I
as
wasn't expecting a trifle. That's okay.
either a trifle or a cheesecake or both. I think they're just luxurious. So
You've said that before. Now that I'm
Yeah.
hearing you say that.
for you, I feel like it's either funfetti or chocolate.
I really like chocolate cake.
Okay.
Strawberry would be nice.
Strawberry.
Like a strawberry shortcake, but like something with like a strawberry jam in it is always
Yeah,
good,
because you
but
like actual
you can never
strawberry.
find it. Nobody ever
Yeah.
makes things that are just strawberry on strawberry on strawberry.
I knew that, but I forgot it while I was recording this video. Number 28. Do I play any sports?
No.
No, not really. Do you play any sports?
No.
We like hiking. That kind of counts as
I
a
like
sport.
to hike.
What can I spend hours doing?
The YouTube things or like a interior design game.
Yeah.
Not really. Probably more the YouTube things.
Well, and the interior design. And you can spend hours writing
Sure.
certain video games. And then the final question of them all. If I could live anywhere, where would it be?
Penthouse suite. Nice city. You like the city, do you not?
Yeah,
So
definitely city, not necessarily penthouse suite.
I can see you having purchased an apartment with a good view of the skyline in the city.
Like, is there a specific city you can...
New York, LA. Only because of prospects.
I'd rather go LA. I feel like I'd be more into a more like year-round sunny weather kind of place compared to New York. So you would like to live somewhere out in a rural, woodsy area with nobody around, possibly farm, like kind of homesteading, tiny house, or like tiny house trailer that we can move around.
At 3:30 in the morning, I milk my cows. Jebediah feeds the chickens, and Jacob plows. Cool.
Yeah. New Hampshire has been on your list of places that you
New
like to go.
Hampshire, Maine, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Northern California,
Yeah.
Oregon, Washington, Alaska, and Canada. Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Iceland, and Greenland are the list of potential places.
Cool.
Texas, I like Texas. Montana as well.
So our compromise is a suburb.
Southern America is also nice. South America,
South
I think they
America.
call it these days.
The official term.
Central America's cool.
Yeah. If we could homestead in an island location, I would be more okay with it. Right now, we're compromising with an apartment in a suburban. We're
Still.
within 5 minutes drive of places, but our apartment is surrounded by a nice foresty feel.
Hi, Dixie. She's the cameraman.
Hi!
Hey, buddy.
That was our boyfriend tag! I hope that you enjoyed getting to know my boyfriend and even getting to know me a little bit more too, because there are questions. Do you have any final words for the peoples?
Bye.
Please let me know all of any of your thoughts or questions or comments in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, I hope that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time and the fact that you are spending your time here with us. So much love. Bye. We should do a relationship tag with Dixie.
Yeah.
And all of her answers would just be, I was living west of your job at the time.
You are great with directions.
Yeah.
I had no idea. She came from the west. I told my clan.
Mwah.